What's going on, everyone? Dom from the Game Looters here. In today's video, I am sharing with you 5 tips to improve your experience in Atelier Sophie 2. So if any of these tips help you out or share something with you that you didn't already know if you've been playing Atelier Sophie 2, make sure that you hit the like and subscribe. That way you can be shared a ton more helpful videos here on the channel. Now with Atelier Sophie 2, I've been having a fantastic time. This is a cute, fun, and addictive JRPG, and I want to share some really helpful tips with you guys. So that brings me to tip number 1. Tip number 1 is centered around collecting. So in Atelier Sophie 2, the game is centered around being an atelier and constantly creating and crafting items. So when you are out and about, especially when exploring new areas, you want to make sure that you are maxing out your inventory that you have on you at any given time. Trust me, when you need to craft an item to progress the story or to knock out a quick side quest, you will thank me when you already have the items on your person. Having to go out into the world to collect it is always an option, but if you already have it on you, then you can instantly complete that quest. This brings me to tip number 2, how to tell what items you need to complete a quest or side quest. So when you are hovering over a specific area of your map, there's going to be a flag present when you go inside of the actual area that shows you what item or monster you need to defeat to be able to gather said items from. So if you're ever confused on where to find a specific monster or item from the quest that you have been given, what you want to do is push the minus button on your controller, hover over a specific area in the map using the triggers to move over from monsters to items or vice versa. Then you're going to look for the side quest flag or badge, or you're going to look for the blue flag or the main quest blue badge that each item or monster has that indicates where it is and where you need to collect it from. So if you're ever confused on exactly where to go next or where to find the item that is being requested of you, make sure that you use this to go and find out easily where you have to go so you're never lost trying to complete a quest. Alright, tip number 3 is centered around battles. So when you are in battle and you see the L button available, this is essentially telling you that there is a link attack that is available for you to do with another party member. This is going to massively save you MP, as the first move is always going to use 0 MP. So if you and your party member both choose the move that uses 0 MP, this is going to be super helpful in saving your MP for when you actually need it, especially if you're on your way to a boss battle. The last thing you want to do is finally get to where you wanted to go, but you're out of MP. That brings me to the bonus tip. So the L button on how you use to move around and navigate in the world, if you push it down during a battle, you can actually speed up your battle. At some point, the game does show you the tip, but it dissipates after the first time. So never take too long in battles, instead speed it up. By pushing this, you can increase your battle speed to 1.5 times speed or 2 times speed, and this is going to be preferred and much faster. So after you've seen those cute attack animations once and you're over it, always use 2 times speed, that way you can get in and out of battles as quickly as possible. That brings me to tip number 4. Always be accepting and clearing your side quest. You want to make sure that you're constantly accepting quests at the Crystal Pavilions, as they offer you rewards and they increase your adventure rank. And once you finally have ability points that are available to you, these quests and side quests are going to drastically help you gain a lot of ability points for you and your party members. So make sure that after every time you come back to the main area, you take a trip to Crystal Pavilions and you see what you can turn in. Follow that by going to your atelier and crafting every item that you see the quest marker on, then go back to Crystal Pavilions again and turn them all in and accept any quests that are currently outlying right there. Make sure that you have as many and all available side quests on you, that way as you're out and traveling the world, you can be basically completing this with your eyes closed. All right, our fifth and final tip is around synthesizing. So do not auto-synthesize. Now, before you start, you just pause the video and you go to the comments like, what do you mean? It's an option. Now, I'm not saying to never do it, but if you're going to be like me and spending way too many hours crafting and creating items in this game, you want to make sure that when you are creating important items like armor, weapons, or items for quests and side quests, that you're always manually synthesizing. This game is essentially when synthesizing is like completing a puzzle. So you want to make sure that you're gaining an elemental advantage and that you are being the one actually completing the puzzle to maximize what that item can be. With doing this and manually synthesizing, you'll have the ability to create a grade A item, which is the best item that you can create. Versus when you auto-synthesize, you might end up with the C or D item because it doesn't exactly know how to complete the puzzle. It just makes everything available to you fit. So if you can help it, always manually synthesize over auto-synthesizing when creating important or useful items. All right. I hope these 5 tips were really useful to you. If they were, whether you're new or an old comer to the Atelier series, I hope it was helpful. If it was, make sure you drop us a like and drop us a subscribe. These aren't the only tips in the game, so if you have other tips for people, make sure that you comment those tips down in the comments down below so we can all have a better time in Atelier Sophie too. All right, my friends, I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.